field. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. It's a room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Well, the Bears had 8-5 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a first down with a cherry on top. 31 yards. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against him.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling the pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just winds up nowhere.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails,
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the option, here's Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Fields. Left side, got Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, open man, he completes it to Judy. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Here's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to our left. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Same connection. Dulcich once again. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? To throw is Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now, he stepped around one man, but he'll only wind up getting about 1 yard. 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Now it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 70 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, this is Edmonds. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It seems like we have seen this a lot in his rookie year. A nice tackle for a loss.
And the more games he gets under his belt, the better he's gotten. And sometimes you worry about rookies hitting the wall. Not in this case. This young man runs right through it.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Oh, the option to give to Williams here. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Room here to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 104 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? Would he break a couple of tackles? I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that way.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Wilson. Will go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wilson will throw again. Buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's a
touchdown Broncos. Greg Dulcich, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Now Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one. And that one falls.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick some.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently.